Okay, guys, welcome back to a Tier 1 race for TTM. We're at round 19. We're at Austin, US, and it's going to be a good one. We got myself, LMB, presenting with UNK.
Hello, how's it going, guys? Sorry about the technical issues at the start, but I think we should be good to go from here on in. So we're set for some quality tier 1 action here at TTM for tonight, round 19. So yeah, good to go. And as you can maybe see in the picture, it's not our usual setup. A little bit of a surprise. So as most of you know, in the TTM community, we have our lovely admin, Dave, and as it's his home track, we managed to get a picture of him. So him with his friends at the Circuit of Americas, and yeah, we thought as a tribute for his home track, we'd chuck him in on the Tier 1 stream for tonight. So hope
Where
you
was
guys
my
all
one
like
for
that.
Silverstone, mate? Where was my one for Silverstone? That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
But yeah, hope everyone is doing okay. But yeah, I guess Lewis, let's start off with a bit of a recap from last race. So let's take a look at the standings.
Yeah, I mean, Japan was pretty crazy for Tier 1 anyway. With two people binning it on the last corner, obviously. It's put quite a lot of difference into. I know the constructors is close, but we'll come on to that. But the driver standings is starting to look like Josh is starting to run away with it now.
Yeah.
I think unless he DNFs a few of these last 3 or 4 races, I think the title's his.
That is correct indeed. So I've actually got a little fact in the fact that if Josh manages to outscore Brenda today by 12 points, he manages to secure the championship for Tier 1.
No way. So we could have a Tier 1 champion here tonight.
Yeah, we could have a Tier 1 champion. However, it's a difficult track. Circuit of the Americas isn't too easy, so perhaps Josh could slip and yeah, maybe run that off into Mexico before the year. But obviously, driver standing there. Let's take a look at the constructors, and it is very, very close still. So Josh has actually managed to first position, overtook Red Bull Racing, and it's just 1 point in it. Very, very close at the top.
Yeah, 1 point. That's going to be close now. Every point is seriously key going into these last few races for both of them. They both have to get in the top 10 basically, and they have to get higher than the other, first or second driver. So it's going to be interesting.
Well,
it's basically going to be a battle between Brenda and Josh, and a battle between Curry and Lundy.
That's the thing, Curry and Lundy. Curry's actually managing to get some quality performances, and recently he's developed a brilliant driving style of just holding everyone up. But it's paying off for him at the moment.
Yeah, I think it might be a bit harder at tonight's track though, with the massive straight we've got. I think that's going to be a key place for people looking for overtakes. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I can see in the chat, wonderful Dave has finally joined and seen the surprise for him. See, I told you it was going to be better than Christmas snowflakes. We're always here to deliver at TTM. But yeah, track-wise, did you find any particular hard parts of this? Obviously, you mentioned the straight at the back. It's going to be a key for this. I know personally I struggled with the S's in Sector 1, along with the interesting curves that we've got as Circuit of the Americas in Sector 3. So,
yeah, I kind of struggled on the hairpin in Sector 3. It's really easy to spin out if you touch the gas too early. So it's about taking the line as well out of that. It's quite a difficult corner section into it as well, because you've got that fast right-hander into a left-hander that brakes quite quick. So you're accelerating into braking coming out of another corner. So it's difficult to get the line, and then it's difficult to keep it on the track. So I think it's going to be interesting. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. It's going to be a good race, especially for overtakes. If you want overtakes, this is the race for it.
Yep, anything can happen. It's quite DRS heavy, I would say, along the start and finish and back straight. So hopefully we should be doing okay. But in terms of tyre strategy, what are you thinking? I know personally I placed outside the top 10, so I went for a medium soft strategy, nice one stop. But you inside the top 10, did you have to do a 2-stop? How did you find out the
I
size?
believe I did a soft hard.
Okay,
So,
so you went for the safe strategy.
Yeah, I mean it was safe, but I had a few incidents where it caused me to kind of lose some places, but I didn't have the speed on them to get past anyone. I just kind of held my position with them. So it could be interesting to try and long out your stint on the softs for mediums, which quite a lot of people did, and it paid off. So I think that's the strategy if you go into top 10 really. Otherwise, it could be a 2-stop. It depends how quick they are and how the race plays out with safety cars. Because it could all change with safety car. A safety car in the middle of the race changes everyone's strategy.
Yep. Safety car, we unfortunately did end up picking up one, but that extra tyre wear just going a bit slower could be the difference between that 1 and 2 stops. So might see something coming out of this. But let's have a look at the chat. So obviously we've got Dave in, we've got Jerry, the legend that is Big Afro. Nice to see you.
Jerry's saying that you look like the guy stood next to Dave.
To be fair, it's not far off. I'll give him that. Hayes in the chat as well. How's everyone doing? Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. PTM Taz with the sub, and Rebel has actually been the one who's gifted it. So hope you enjoy your new sub there, Rebel. Enjoy. And we've also got a cheer from
Lucky
Curry
man
saying USA.
Nice.
Thank you very much. But yeah, one thing we haven't really covered yet is predictions. Who do you reckon is going to be coming out on top? Obviously, Brenda and Josh is going to be wanting to get that top spot. Josh more so to try and get that championship secured. But
I'm gonna go for Josh wins the championship tonight. Josh wins the championship. So that would mean Brenda. Can Brenda come second?
Third, I believe.
He would come third. So he wins the championship. I'm gonna go with Hopi second.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go with Brenda third. But Alistair could always creep in. There's a few players that could always creep into the top few. Michael, obviously Dave, it is his home race. Tez's been in there a few times. There is players that can easily jump in there.
Yeah, personally I'm gonna go with Josh, and I think just to keep it alive, the championship, I'm gonna go Brenda second. However, third, I'm gonna go in RRL Noel, our new driver for the Haas team. He had his debut last race, and
I know he got driver of the day last week.
Driver of the day, and I reckon he could maybe up his performance again. Perhaps get that podium slot in third. And,
yeah, it could be key whether it's a wet or dry race. Obviously, if it's a wet race, it's going to be absolutely torture on this course. But if it's a dry race, it's obviously a lot easier. They were unlucky because obviously they had a full wet race last week, didn't they?
Yep. Tier 3 are usually the ones getting the wet races along with Tier 1. Recently been again a little bit lucky in Tier 3, but is that curse going to continue for Tier 1? Never know. It always does make things interesting, but as you say, overtakes do become a lot harder, so we are just going to end up getting some trains forming if that is the case. And yeah, I think... Ooh. Thank you very much for the follow there, Pricey. Appreciate that. Welcome to the TTM community. And I think that kind of leads us nicely to obviously those of us who are new at TTM. We are hoping to get season 2 underway. Recently we had a trailer drop, and I think now is a pretty good time to just show that for you guys. So let's get into the season 2 trailer.
VW wins in Monaco.
What is this P1?
What a drive, what a drive.
I want to see a show from you, Pez. We're top in the group here.
And Dynamic is coming round to finish up the race. Up the inside, he's done it! Come on, Brenda, get in! This is easy, easy! Alistair as well, come on! We are 8 months into this though. So I think it's fair to say we're only just getting started. I would like to welcome you to a whole new aspect of league racing. This season in TTM, we are going to make it as realistic as possible, which is why we are going to be introducing the following. Simulation damage. This could include punctures or DRS failures throughout your league races. Skill-based tiers, so there'll be wheel-to-wheel action in all our races and anyone can take that win. We will now be running a 15-race season voted by you guys. We could have the tracks like Austria, Canada, Singapore, Australia, Britain, Belgium, Spain, Brazil, Holland, or plenty more. Introducing a rebranded name, Top Tier Motorsport. Our Tier 1 has now been called the Top Tier, who will be running the F1 2020 cars, and the rest of the tiers will be running multiplayers like they always have done. We have team engineers who will be managing the overall constructors of all our tiers. A financial structure has been incorporated into the league, so teams can get penalties or driver transfers. As we are running an overall constructors, the lower tiers will have names very similar to the real F1 teams. TTM Fantasy League, where each week you can choose the drivers that you think will perform the best on that week. There will be the overall constructor that you can choose as well, and I must give credit to BFR Super Jelly Dog for this amazing idea. And finally, reserve drivers have made a comeback, but they can only reserve for their overall team. Full Quali has made its first appearance here at TTM. We've never done this before. This will allow drivers to try a different compound in Q2 so they can try a different strategy for the race. Now we have skill-based tiers, it really gives all drivers an opportunity to get into Q3. Are you ready for Top Tier Motorsport Season 2?
And welcome back, guys. Hope you enjoyed that little trailer for Season 2 and getting up and running. Just about perfect timing, and we are currently on board with Alistair here. Just
He is the first
finishing
person
off his
out.
flying lap, and as you can see, there's been a bit of a development here. We are currently in the wet at Austin.
Oh, that was a wide hairpin. Wet, yeah. As we have found out, it is wet qualifying, and then it is a dry race, and then I believe it is wet at the end of the race. So, going to be an interesting one for the lads.
And also, thank you very much there for the sub gift there from Hayes. Off to Eat Adler. Hope you enjoy it.
Okay,
there
so
we go.
Alistair sets a 147.2 in the rain. First person set it. I think Jaegerbomb's next.
Jaegerborn, let's get on board with him, see how he is doing. And I'm just sorting out the widgets, get things looking nice and pretty for you guys.
Oh,
Bit of a lock up there from Jaeger. Going into the final turn, that's not going to help him out.
oh, Brenda goes first. Jaegerbomb goes first.
145.1
a
still.
second quicker. A second quicker than Brenda. Oh, Josh goes first. A second quicker than Jaegerbomb.
Now it's
So,
starting to
Alistair a
trade
bit off the
places.
pace.
Right, go. So, let's have a look, see who is about on their flying lap.
Harry's on a flying lap. He's
See
the only one I
Red Bull.
believe hasn't invalidated it.
Alright, okay, let's jump on board with the Ferrari driver, see how he's doing. Okay, none of the widgets work. Good start.
Ooh, a bit of a lock up there going into that hairpin. DZ saying Josh is ridiculous in the wet. I can't
Yep.
agree more. He's ridiculous in the dry too, mate. So doesn't really make a difference. Ooh,
Josh had a very strong
ooh,
performance out in
big lock
Japan
ups
yesterday.
there from Curry. Sorry, say
No,
that
last
again.
week. Josh had a very strong performance out in Japan last week. Obviously, a wet
Yeah.
race, so
Yeah, he was absolutely flying. So looks like it could be a repeat of that as long as Brinda stays in that third position. Curry's very hesitant here on the gas.
yeah, I think everyone's just going to be trying to find their lines in the wet. I'm not too sure how much people practice obviously in the wet. Ideally, want to try and be on the dry, and that's where you're going to be trying to get the fastest laps and such. But
Josh goes even quicker with a 144.1.
there you go, Curry
Oh,
over the
Brinda's
line of
second now.
146.5.
Curry goes fifth. Rice is currently sitting fourth. We missed that.
Just on board with Pars here as he starts his flying lap, going up to turn 1. Very tight hairpin here. How does he take it?
Oh, nice. That was
Okay.
very nice.
Yeah, very nice. A bit cautious perhaps, but it's a good start
Yeah, a
to the
bit
lap.
hesitant on the gas again. But... Oh! Almost lost it then. Oh, he's starting to lose it. Oh, he's lost it.
And he's gone.
Oh, into the wall.
Let's get a
Oh,
replay of
dear.
that. I don't know.
It's raining, yeah. Oh, he's sliding though.
Right,
Is it
okay,
wet
so yeah, let's get on board with Hayes. He's taking the very dangerous route of going on softs, but it does look like it stopped raining at the track. So we'll see if this bold move is going to pay off for him.
Yeah, at the moment,
That's-
Lundy's gone up to fourth. I've just seen. Dave sat down in eighth with his home race. Needs to jump up there. I
Gonna
think
be
some of the
very
guys
happy
might
with
be
that.
sitting, might be jumping to the softs near the end of this qualifying. Then, if it doesn't rain again. Can't lie though, it doesn't. Although it looks dry, it doesn't sound. It doesn't look like he's got much grip. Jaegerbomb's onto softs now. He's in the pits.
There we go. There we go, guys. Got all the widgets working now. Apologies. At least I think they were.
It looks dry. The track, like pretty much
Yeah.
dry.
Hayes doesn't seem like he's struggling too much on these tyres. But
No.
perhaps it might have been better to just wait
Here
that
we
extra
go. He
lap,
starts
maybe.
his fine lap. It looks like a lot of people switching to the dry tyre or the slick compounds.
Quite early
Got
in
Rice
the
going on
corridor.
mediums, Brinda going for mediums. Ooh, takes it nice and tight. I think mediums could be a good shout. Otherwise, you might have to stretch it. Ooh, Hayes running a bit wide there. Nice, a good exit there. Getting a bit of toe off Tubily. Oh, who's in
However,
AI?
he's actually got his in his way.
AI.
The AI
Oh
has
my god, he's an AI.
cost his own
That's-
teammate a
surely
lap
that's
here.
a penalty for him. His own teammate's got him, yeah, maybe cost him a lap. And
Yeah.
might get a penalty out of it.
Hayes is not going to be happy with that. However, let's see who's out. So we've got Josh, Brinda, and Jaeger all on their out lap, and Okay, interesting. So Josh and Jaeger are both on the softs, however Brinda's decided to opt for the mediums, even with 6 minutes left.
I mean, if it is raining near the end of the race, you could just go medium to intermediates, is what I was maybe thinking.
That is a great shout.
Oh,
Perhaps
Hayes
the
is
other two
going really wide here.
haven't necessarily thought about that and just want that quick time. Check out Brinda, with stay on board with him. Ooh. Okay, he's actually letting Josh through.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is dries now. Hayes sets at 137. Obviously, he's going to get drier the more people get on the track.
And as we did see, he did unfortunately get hampered there a little bit, so he's not going to be too happy with that.
So who you riding on board with?
Just with Josh at the moment, as Brinda let him through, so we'll get on board with him, as should be crossing the line first. Actually, Jaeger is already on his hot lap. Apologies, so let's have a look at him. He's just going into the S's now, and how does he take these? Very wide. It's being a bit
I wonder
cautious.
if these guys have got a dry setup or a wet setup on.
Okay, he's
Maybe
keeping
that's
it
why
nice
it's
and
starting to
tidy.
struggle. Nice. As he take the hairpin, he takes it really nice and tight, completely cuts it almost.
Yeah, that's a great line there though.
Proper hit the apex there, can't lie.
How does he take this corner? I know I always struggle with the entry on this. Locks up a little bit on the front left.
It's not going to do his tyres any good. Oh, locks up on the right here. Didn't really hit the apex there either. Takes that a bit too tight.
Locking up
lock
again.
up central.
Perhaps the drivers with ABS off is, well, they're going to perhaps struggle in this back sector.
Oh, he cuts the corner there.
Oh, he decided to call it. Yep. Let's jump back on with Josh then. Yep.
He's looking quick.
A little bit sketchy there on second to last.
Thinking about maybe 132.
Goes over
131.
131. Very nice.
I
about
think
Brenda?
some people put wet setups on, I reckon. He must have invalidated it.
Yeah. Nothing coming up from him. How does
Noel
he
goes
have
across
the
the
actual
line.
fuel?
Noel goes pole.
Wow. 131.6. Well done to new Haas driver, and looking good perhaps maybe for my prediction in managing to keep that podium. Alistair coming in with a 131.0 as well. They're all starting to come through now with these faster times.
Yeah, now everyone's on the soft or medium compounds.
Just on board with Dave, the hometown hero for Tier 1. Our only driver who competes in both the North American Tier and Tier 1 for Europe.
It's looking good, this is.
And as he crosses the line, he goes second. 131.4. He's going to be very happy with that. Perhaps that hometown advantage is paying off.
Ooh, Ted's about to finish his lap.
Yep. Going through sector 3 now. And there was a yellow flag that I just saw in the box. Did you notice anything happening?
No, not on my screen. Looks like he might be in that mid-pack here.
Ooh, he
Oh,
cut
he
that
cuts the
corner a little bit too
corner.
much there though, Tez. Tried to get greedy with the last corner and it cost him.
Tried to claw back some time there. He's invalidated his next lap as well, so looks like he'll be pitting. Oh,
Yep.
he's not going to get... He might have to have a cool-off lap and then just go for it next lap.
I'm just...
So his ERS is on. It's invalidated on my screen, it says.
yeah, Tez would have invalidated whereas, but looking at Kyle Duncan, and I'm aware in the Tier 1 chat he did say that this track's easy. So I'm expecting big things from the Racing Point driver. He's coming out
looking
making a
quick.
statement. Yeah. Is he going to be able to back it up?
No.
132.3. Unfortunately, doesn't move.
Goes
Stays
sixth.
6th.
He's looking really weird, this table
Yep.
at the moment. Alistair at the top, Dave second, Noel third, Josh in fourth. Brinda's all the way in 10th.
Yep. He's got 1 minute 10 to try and get back round.
It's
And
currently on an out lap. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna
yeah,
do it.
I was about to say I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Just kind of perhaps a bit too fine, and that validation could have cost him some decent points, which is
Same
not
with
going to be
Josh.
helpful.
I don't know if Josh is gonna make it.
Whereabouts is Josh? Again, just going into sector 2 now. Yeah, it's going to be cutting it close to him.
They're gonna have to
And-
move out the way as well because Par's on a hot lap. Yeah, Brinda lets him move out the way. They're not gonna
Tez
get, Brinda's not gonna get
invalidating
around.
it again, and I think that's going to see him go without a time this qualifying session, along with Michael, who's usually up there, and also
Hopi.
Hopi. So
I mean, this has been poor qualifying from Tier 1 today. Oh, Curry's retired! Where's he retired? Is he retired in the pits?
it is on the straight, by the looks of it. Can't quite see. And that's the time, and unfortunately Josh is just coming up to the last lap, and that'll be him starting his final lap.
So we
It is
could see
allowing
some
him.
people
Okay.
jump up here.
So-
Oh, Pars goes second!
Okay.
Oh, and Hayes goes fifth. He's above Josh. Wow, this is looking weird, man. Brinda's down 11. Josh in 6th. Alistair first.
Seems
Maybe
like
go back
Circle of
to
the Americas
12
is
now.
going to be offering us some very surprise podium, perhaps, if it keeps up like this. Who knows? But obviously we're still on with Josh, and Brinda is on his final lap also, so we could still get this changing.
Wait, they've been allowed another lap?
They
I
have.
thought it ended. We could see him jump up here then.
Yeah, don't want to call anything too early here.
I thought they hadn't been allowed another lap. That's what usually happens with a 3-minute countdown now. Oh, just looking up quite a bit. He's 6/10 quicker here. At the moment, that still
Ooh,
doesn't
big
put him in
lock up
first.
there.
This is going to be seriously close now.
Yep. He was only 1/10 quicker in that last sector.
Keeps it nice and tight on the right there. Nice. Oh, throws it in there with the left hander.
Right, around the final corner, manages to not invalidate, and as he goes over, he manages to go to the top.
That last sector was so quick.
Brinda, as he goes over the
Still
line,
some
and he
validated
actually
it.
takes provisional pole. He takes it off Josh.
Alistair was 7/10 up and he's invalidated it. Wow, he would have been first.
Now, Alistair is still on a flying lap by the looks of it, so is he going to be able to take that top position back
He's
off
got
Brinda?
red on mine for some reason.
Oh, yeah, he's invalidated. Oh, jeez. So he'll be sitting
He
in
would have
third.
been. He would have been first. He would have been first.
I believe the only person still out really is Hayes, and he's on a cool down lap. Simba's going into the pits, so
Yeah, I think
this is going to be our
everyone
final
done.
quali.
Wow, Tez and Hopi didn't even set a time.
Nope. Hope he's going to be very disappointed with that. He's been putting in a good strong performances recently, and I know Tez did say that he's not a big fan of this track, and it really does show, unfortunately. But yeah, a couple of familiar faces at the start, and we've got some new ones kind of in the mid pack. Should be a good race.
I mean, Brinda, Josh, and Alistair, the usual front three for qualifying. Just in a different order again this week.
Now I think we're just waiting on someone. I'm not too sure. Got 1 second and it's just kind of stuck on the time. There we go. It was Hayes causing issues as always. Trying to go into the pit. Now, you want to run through the final quali order just before we get going?
Yeah. So in first we have Brynda. Second is Josh. Third is Alistair. Fourth is Pars. Fifth is Michael. Sixth is Dave, the Hometown hero. Seventh is Jagerbomb. Eighth is Noel. Ninth is Hayes. 10th is Smithy. 11th is Carl Duncan. 12th is Curry. 13th is Lundy. 14th is Simba. 15th is Chew Billy. 16th is Rice. 17th Hopi. And 18th Tez. I think Hopi could be going for a driver of the day here. And
Yep.
Tez. If they get up into the points, they're pretty much guaranteed a driver of the day if they race good.
Also interesting that we had 4 drivers at the end on mediums. Now, obviously they're outside the top 10 anyway. I would have thought they'd want some fresh mediums, but we'll see if
Yeah,
it
it'll be
pays off
interesting to
for them.
see when the rain comes in.
Yep.
How early.
Now, while we wait for quali, if you are new around here, well, for the race rather, we do have a 5-minute break for the drivers just to get a drink or go to the toilet. So while we wait for the drivers to get ready, let's show you the top 8 from last week at Japan.
In our North American tier, so on board with Sergel here on the medium tyres with Branito Supreme ahead of him. He's trying to get past Pogs as well, trying to make their way a little bit further up the grid, and just like we saw before, but this time he keeps it side by side through 130R. A little bit of squeezing going on there as they both understeer wide, and then Brownito tries to go around the outside, but Sergel is just able to keep the momentum and make a place up on the Alfa Romeo driver. On to number 7, we have TTM Curry and his rocket start in our Tier 1 race. As you can see, it's raining, so it makes it even more difficult. Starting in P12, gets a good launch off the line using that ERS, gets past Tez, gets past Lindy, gets past Pars and Jagerbomb, and then even gets past TTM Dave. Make his way all the way up to 7th position, making up 5 places on the start. Excellent driving there. Manages to pick his way through the cars ahead, especially in these intermediate conditions. Very difficult to not spin his wheels and keep it all pointing the right way. On to number 6, we have Squish as he sells the dummy in our North American tier again. So on board with Table Squish and Brownito again. Ahead, coming down through the final corner, he decides to use his overtake, puts that DRS on, and he's gaining and gaining and gaining on the Alfa Romeo, makes it look like he's going to the right, but switches to the left and goes around the outside of the Alfa Romeo driver up into the final points paying positions. So an excellent move there from the McLaren driver. On to number 5, we have Noel and his mastering of the Degners, as he's on board with Noel now, one of our new recruits in Tier 1, as he goes down the inside of Hopi, which will turn to the outside of Degner 1, and he manages to keep it all pointing the right way. Makes a great opportunistic move there on the Mercedes driver to get himself up into 5th position. On to number 4, we have Michael threading the needle through 130R. So on board with the Alfa Romeo driver here in our Tier 1 race, he has Simba and Pars ahead of him, climbing up the hill. It looks like Simba's a bit closer to Pars, looking to make a move down the inside of 130R. But in the wet especially, it's very difficult through here, as he just gets past Pars, he goes a little bit wide, and then looks to make a move on Simba as well, but Simba, keeping a wise head there, makes the move past Pars and then doesn't allow Michael past. So good defending there. He just outbroke the Alfa Romeo driver, but great racing there, especially not to crash. For our podium place, we have Brindy versus Michael. Michael making an appearance once again, but this time being the overtaken rather than the overtaker. On board with Brindy in the Red Bull. Coming towards the final corner, he chooses to go around the outside, which is a bit of a different move. Normally you go for the inside, but he manages to keep it round, keep up that speed to get past the Alfa Romeo driver, and then through the final corner, he keeps that traction, doesn't lose it. So good move there from the Red Bull driver. onto our runner-up this time. We have Snova pulling off an insane move around the outside of the Dunlop curve. So we're on board with Snova now in the Ferrari, in our North American tier. We've got Dubsy ahead. I don't know if he's got a bit of damage, or whether just on those hard tyres they're not working for him, but he's struggling through this S's section. As we're about to see, the Ferrari driver gets a better exit through the Dunlop and goes around the outside. An incredible move there. I don't think I've ever seen an overtake around the outside there. And now onto our top place, we have Brindy versus Ali. Almost a similar move, but you can see on board with Ali now. In these wet conditions, it's a bit easier to follow cars through this S's section. And he looks like he has a little bit more pace than Brindy at this point, as he looks to go around the outside. Brindy squeezes him a fair amount, but keeps it. But now on board with Brindy, even he keeps it around the outside, which will then turn to the inside for the Dunlop. And Ali just tries to go around the outside like Snova did, but he just runs out of pace there, runs out of grip. A very difficult move in the wet, and just has to stay behind Brindy there. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Sorry again, it's a bit late. But if you did enjoy, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and I hope you're all staying safe, and we'll see you next time.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So for those of you who just tuned in, we are here tonight at Circuit of the Americas in Austin, and yeah, we're just waiting on Tier 1 to ready up, and we will start racing for tonight. And I think now's a good time to perhaps get those last minute predictions for anyone in the chat. Obviously, I've put mine down already. I've gone for Josh, Brinda, and also I've gone for no, really can't pronounce his name. But the new Haas driver taking third. And remind us of yours, Lewis.
I believe I went with Josh first, Hopi second, but now with that 18th place, I'm thinking Alistair second, Brinda third.
Okay.
So Josh wins the title tonight. We're starting in 20 seconds. I believe it is going to rain about halfway through the race. That's the intel we've been given, maybe a little bit before that. So it should be interesting with the soft versus medium strategy before the intermediates come in.
Yep. So we've got a prediction from DZ of Josh, Ali, and Brinda. So he's gone for the same as yourself there.
Yeah.
Let's
I mean, DC are on the same wavelength. Right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And away we go!
So far, can't see any crashes, which is a good start, but we're coming up to this hairpin.
Josh, very good, very quick at the start. Ooh.
Okay. So far, so good. I'm seeing a Red Bull glitching about. I'm not too sure if that's Lindy, I believe.
Yeah, I'm seeing everything's okay so far. I think a few people just up and down.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Just a few positions. Oh, there was a damage there. I saw someone's wing go.
Starting to get on board with
someone is
Dave.
lagging all over the shop. Lundy's lagging all over the shop.
Yeah, I did notice that he was ghosting in and out for a few drivers, so not ideal for the co-owner of the league. And Hayes was the first time penalty.
Penalty. How's he picked up in the first sector? That's outrageous.
He's managed to get out the first sector, and yeah, something we haven't necessarily mentioned.
Oh, Alistair's moved up to first.
Wow.
Wow, we have a train.
Josh coming straight back though. He's got.
Oh,
bit of damage. Well, collision. No damage, I don't think.
It's running in that order now. Josh needs to get that first place.
Brinda's very close behind as well, just waiting for an opportunity. Perhaps sneak through both of them if
Brinda goes a little bit wide there.
They're battling. Okay, going up the straight. Is he going to try and go on the outside here?
Everyone in the top 10's in the softs at the moment.
Okay.
Brinda is looking for a move.
Brinda is right on the back.
Yeah, he is looking for a move. You can just see him eyeing it up.
Then a bit wide on sector 3, but he's closed that gap up with the straight. just begging for a mistake from any of these drivers.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a DRS chain next lap. Ooh, Josh locking
okay.
up. We're getting very close to Alistair here.
Brenda's had to back off a little bit just on the entrance to the hairpin.
Yeah, he's lost a bit of time there.
Got Hopi moving with Bryce. And Carl is on the back of Hayes trying to make a move, perhaps on the inside before the turn, and he's thought better of it. Gonna have another shot next time round, perhaps. Let's get back on board with our first three as they're about to start prepping to get over the line.
Tez has moved up 5 places at the moment. Hopi 3.
Very good
Those
start
two.
for Tez.
Yeah, that is a really good start. I think it could be the fact that I believe Smithy's had to pit, so it would have been him that's took damage. And yeah, Lundy with the connection issues. Oh, Knowles sets the fastest time, down in 8th place. He's looking to move up the pack. I believe he doesn't take points, does he? For where
no, unfortunately, as a new driver, he won't be getting points at the moment.
So this is
but
all for
obviously
pride, and to show TTM, you know, where he should be in next year's season 2.
Yeah. And speaking of Tez a minute ago, he's actually just gained another position on Hopi, managing to overtake just for the S's. So Tez really on a bit of a comeback drive at the moment.
No, I believe he was in front of Hopi, so Hopi must have passed him, and then he must have passed him back. They are all on the mediums, though. I believe everyone outside the top 10, so...
Yep. And Josh trying to make a move on Alistair here. Alistair kind of just parking the bus in the middle of the track. Which way is he going to go?
Ooh,
Down
it's starting
the
to rain,
inside.
it's starting to rain.
And,
Made
ooh,
it
okay.
stick. He hasn't made it stick.
Alistair's
still
just
got on.
holding that line. And one thing, just noticed that Josh has picked up a penalty his first 3 seconds. So, not going to be ideal if he keeps racking these up. We did have disqualification yesterday, so it is very easy to pick those up on this track.
Wow, a disqualification.
Yep, I believe it was 35 seconds, so it's very possible.
Oh, Alistair went really wide. Josh has made the overtake down the inside.
What a move.
Oh,
Let's...
Brenda! Has Brenda gone for it? Brenda's surely going to take him in. Great move by Josh there. Brenda is looking up.
Brenda's gaining.
Go for
He's
it.
diving
He's go
on the inside.
Has he got it?
Alistair's giving him the
Alistair
room, and I
gives him
think
the
he's made it
room.
stick. Oh, no, Alistair's
got
coming
better
back.
traction, though. It's starting to rain now, so it's going to only be a few more laps before they're going to have to stick the intermediates on, which is earlier than expected, I'd say.
Yep. Apparently we
I don't
were
know if
meant
it
to have a
rains the
full
whole-
wet
is it-
quali, and that dried up
Yeah.
pretty quick, so weather
It's going to be interesting to
predictions...
see like how quickly, or like when people pit. You know, whether Josh stays out a bit longer, or whether
Yeah.
someone pits earlier. You know, it's going to all be key to see. Or they're going to just wait for Jeff to tell them. You know, Jeff could always, muck it up. This is looking good for Josh at the moment.
Yep. And as Deezy's just said in the chat, this isn't going to be ideal for the medium runners with this rain coming in a bit early, so... Ooh, okay.
Yeah, poor strategy for them guys.
Seeing Noel trying to get on the inside of Jagerbomb at the hairpin, unfortunately didn't have enough speed to try and make it stick. Jaeger taken back at his 7th place. And the Haas driver is trying to get past. Got a bit of a train forming, I believe, from Michael. He's leading it in 4th.
It's starting to rain quite heavily now. Ooh, hope you almost lost it then.
I'm not too sure about you, but I always find it's kind of hard to gauge whether the track is still drivable in the softs. Obviously, it's going to be ever changing, but to try to get that call right, do you do it a bit early perhaps and just deal with maybe the extra lap slower?
You don't want to do it too early
You
because
risk it.
I did it too early the other day. Ooh, Alistair holds his position on Brenda. Yeah, I did it the other day and I went too early and my intermediates just completely tired out before the actual, track got fully wet.
Yeah.
So it's all about maybe doing it a lap before Jeff says, but it's about timing it. Seeing when the track's wet enough, because obviously you don't know when Jeff's just going to suddenly change the strategy.
And just looking at Hopi here, and he's trying to get past Tez. He's getting pretty close throughout the S's, so if you're looking to maybe make a move on this back straight here, you can get close enough on the hairpin.
Is Brinder going to go for a move down the inside? Oh, he is. I think he's got it. He's got it. Alistair gave him the room, fair play, and he made the move. That was a really good move down the inside.
Well done to the
It's
Red Bull
not
driver.
ideal for Josh.
At the same
Josh
time,
has got a
we
little
have
bit of a gap.
Cars overtake Michael there for 4th place, so train coming a bit more disbanded perhaps, can get past the leader, and they will be trying to do the same even though they are teammates here, trying to bump himself up in points. And got
Ooh,
a yellow flag.
Who's gone there?
That's McLaren. Is that Chew Billy?
Chew Billy.
Yeah, not too
This
sure. He's
car's
back on
revving
track.
Really high, man. It's just start revving.
Perhaps he had a bit of a spin there to cause that. But his team's fine at the moment. He's not going in the pit, so no damage. Let's get on board with Noel at the back of this train here. However, the Haas driver, he does have some pace,
Yeah, it's
so he's going to
looking
be
like a
wanting
little
to
bit
get
of a
past
train.
Jaeger. You can tell he's going to be losing some pace here, just with a hold up, so he needs to try and make this move as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm noticing Brinder and Alistair haven't picked up 3-second penalties yet, so it's not
Nope.
ideal for Josh having that 3-second penalty already. Very early into this race.
A lot of things can happen.
If it does continue to rain, I can see there being some people binning it through the S's, as traction's obviously going to be really low.
Yeah, especially if you're
Cars
battling.
obviously did it in qualifying.
No, a little bit too far away. Unfortunately, he's trying to make a move for the sticks. However, Hopi, he's going down the outside of Tez at the hairpin. Is he going to have enough to make this stick? I believe he is. Yep, Tez right beside him. Slightly squeezed him. And, yep, there you go. Hopi.
I think he's made the
Absolutely
move.
brilliant move there. Well done.
Quality move, that.
Up into 13th place, so he'll be looking for the charge to get into the points there.
Oh, he loses some traction there. I think they're all losing some traction. Surely they got a pit soon.
I was surprised. So obviously it's been raining a couple laps now.
Oh,
Still
someone's
no
coming
one
into the
pitting.
pits. Someone has come into the pits.
Okay,
Don't know
so
who that is.
Simba.
Simba.
He's going to be the one
He's going for the early pit. He's going to be the first one to try it.
stick on board with him, see what tyres he does come out on. He is a medium
Tube
runner
Billy's
as
gone
well,
for the
so
pit. I guess if Tube Billy comes to the pit, you can tell Hayes, who's in a points position, whether to come in or not.
yep, and that is Simba out on the inters, so let's stick with him just so he comes out the pit to
This
see
could
how
be
that traction
key.
is.
This could be key.
So round the hairpin, not too
The
bad.
track
but
doesn't look that wet, you know.
no, it's going to be the S's here, I reckon. Gonna see how he sticks to that. Oh, okay, it's a
Ooh.
little bit slippy. It's having to be very
I'm not
gentle
sure.
through this.
I'm not sure if it's ready yet.
No, it's not looking like it. I'm not too sure if Simba is in a party with his teammate Bryce. Possibly give that intel that's not quite time, I would say.
Ah, he's looking slower, I think.
Yeah.
I think maybe a lap or two it could come in key, so he could be all right. It's whether when it starts piling on 3-4 laps, that's when it starts to get dangerous with the tyres. Oh,
Alistair's retired.
No, Alistair's retired.
Where was that?
Oh my god, where is that? That's on the left-hander. Was he going for an overtake down the inside? I'm on board with Curry. He's down on the left-hander in the wall. He must have just lost
Yeah.
traction.
I was looking on the right side of the track,
Brinder's
but
pitted for intermediates.
yeah.
Hayes is pitted for
We've got Curry
no,
coming
Hayes
in
has
as well. Whole mid-pack
No.
seems to be coming in.
Opie, Tez, they're all coming in. Maybe it's
Maybe.
time.
Yep.
Josh
It's
has
a
got
virtual
10
safety car at the
second
moment.
lead VSC, yeah. Oh, this is going to hurt Josh's lead then, pitting under a VSC here. Oh,
Ow.
that's going for Alistair, man. He was holding it strong in that. I think he was third, wasn't he?
Yeah. unfortunately just obviously
Be
lost it to
interested
the
to
rain.
see what happened there.
Oh. So
And
Curry's
we're
got a
back
drive
to
through
green.
penalty for speeding under
Oh,
VSC. Brinda's
this is
also
not
picked up a
ideal.
penalty himself, so he does get that position back up with Josh.
Every
Not
point is
gonna matter.
key here between the Ferrari and the Red Bulls.
Ooh,
But they're
little
both
bit of a
looking like it could be deteriorating unless they can get back. DRS, oh, DRS disabled, that's fine. Whoa, massive lock up there from Josh. Surely he's got a pit soon. Yeah, the track's getting really wet now.
Yep, but even on the inters, on board with Brinda, he's having a bit of a wobble in certain places, so not too sure if that's just him getting used to it or if he's still struggling a little bit. Have a quick look at tyres. So we still have everyone from 7th and up on the softs. Hopi,
Josh is pitting.
Hopi's had an absolute mare. He's on complete fresh softs and he's actually just binned it. He's having a bit of a spin.
Why is he gone? Oh my god. he
I
must
think Jeff may have
changed
messed him up there, yeah. But
it. This
Ooh.
is key for Tez. He's going to get a position back. You know, Curry's got that drive-through, obviously. He's going to get into the top 10 here at the moment. Oh, Pars is staying out.
okay,
Really?
brave
That's
move.
that's a bit ballsy, but see how it goes. I mean, he did bid
Oh no! That is
Hopi's
Hopi out.
binned it.
Let's get a replay of
Where's
that.
he binned it? Has he binned it in the pit?
Alright,
You
and
in?
we are back, and yeah. Sorry, just
Which
looking at the
you
replay there, and wow, as you say,
Pars-
safety car coming out.
Safety car, Pars has absolutely bottled it. If he pitted, he's gonna lose so many positions here. This is unreal.
DZ saying I've done Hopi dirty there with the replay, but it happened. He had a bit
Oh,
of a slide.
He just drove straight into the.
He just went straight into the pit wall, and
I didn't actually see
unfortunately,
the clip of it, but
I know the feeling. I've done the exact same, and that's some drives.
I've done it
It's-
exactly the same on this track.
It's a bit tighter that pit entrance than you expect it to be, and unfortunately, that's Hopi DNF and Pars. He's sliding around as well. This sector 3, he's
Yeah.
struggling.
I
He
mean,
needs
Curry
to come in quick.
Curry could be a bit screwed here, as obviously as the drive-throughs are gonna have to wait for the safety car to end. So Lundy, Tez is actually in 9th at the moment. He's gone up 9 positions since the start. I mean, that is pretty crazy.
Yep, he's now in the points. So
Just played it smart,
very good.
really. Yeah, as Pars comes into pit. He just
right
left the
decision there. He
session.
should have done it beforehand, but at least he's getting around to it under the safety car. There we go. So while we wait for this to restart, let's have a bit of a recap. So first is going to be Josh. Second is going to be Noel. Third is going to be Dave. He's got himself up there. Fourth is going to be Brinda. Fifth, Jägerbomb. Sixth, Hayes. Carl Duncan in 7th. Pez in 8th. And Rice in 9th. Okay, 10th. Apologies. So
Ooh,
Pars
Pars has
actually
come
came
out
out.
too.
Yeah, I was expecting him to
Wow,
drop
that's
down a few
actually-
positions.
That's actually quality.
That's why I was adding the 1, but Pars managing to come out just below his teammate there. Quite a quick pit stop in that safety car, helping out big time.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, I think if the safety car hadn't come out, he would have definitely lost a lot more positions, but he did still lose some positions. He would have just been better if he pitted when everyone else had pitted.
Yep. Just while we are under safety car, make sure everyone who's watching gets involved and votes for your driver video so far. We are 10 laps in, so while plenty can happen still. Seen any standout performances? Obviously Tez moving up to 9 positions, as mentioned.
Rice
good.
up 6. I mean, there's Dave, obviously, in his hometown. He's up to 4th at the moment from 6th. That's looking good. I saw Brinda picked up a 3-second penalty before, by the way.
Okay, so he might be on 6. Let's have a quick update on penalties. So, okay, no. So everyone is on 3 seconds who's got a penalty, with the exception of Chew Billy, who's got the drive-through. Unfortunately, he's not able to serve that under the safety car, so
Curry
he's going to
got
have
a
to wait.
drive-through.
Curry, no, he's not got his drive-through, so he must serve that just after the VSC, and has got lucky to catch back up with the safety car. And be happy with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the moment it's still anyone's to play for. As far as I'm aware, it was meant to stay wet until the end of the race. We're not seeing any more weather developments, are we? It's going to be like this the whole way?
If anything, it's looking like it's going to rain heavier.
So
I don't know.
this is probably going to be the final lap. We've had about 2 or 3 now, so drivers should be coming in. I can see Jubilee is quite far back still, unfortunately, but
It's going to be interesting
still carry on.
Because obviously Brendan needs to get up a few places to try and stop Josh winning the championship in Austin tonight. So he needs to get up to 2nd, basically, doesn't he?
Yep.
He's got to get through 3 people to get there, so
2nd or 1st, that's the only positions Brenda can secure to still have the chance of the championship and get it to carry on into Mexico.
do you reckon these intermediates will last to the end of the race?
Yeah. I think they should last. It's going to be quite close to the end. Ooh, Josh actually warmed up his tyres. It seemed like the front wobbled a bit more than he may have expected. Perhaps don't try and heat your tyres up as much. Be a bit more cautious. No one actually behind him is really weaving.
No, cold tyres are going to be a real problem on this restart if you've got them. I mean, you first-hand experience. You had cold tyres, I believe, in one of the wet races, and you binned it, I think.
Yep, it's kind of a common thing. So cold tyres. Oh,
Lundy's just gone past Curry. He's in AI mode.
I know Lundy is lagging a bit, so I'm not too sure if that might be down to it. Yeah, Lundy's in AI. Keep up to date with that.
Show you safety cars in this lap. Oh, he's back. Keeps coming and going, man. I'm absolutely nightmare to be behind.
So did you say safety car is in this lap, or have you got one more to go?
I believe we have one more to go.
Okay, so looks like 4 laps here. Everyone is now caught up, so Jubilee maybe getting a bit of
Josh is starting to slide
spider.
a bit, you know.
So I mean, he's going very wide with his swerves. Obviously, he's trying to warm up his tyres, but at the same time, you don't want to bin it under the safety car. That's probably
Do a
worse than you can do.
Grosjean.
If anything, do a Russell.
Yeah.
Every driver behind him being a little bit more cautious with swerving.
Do you see what temperature their tyres are on?
Fortunately, no, I can only see where, I believe. So
We'll be looking at
just
tyre
gonna
wear
have to
later,
guess,
innit,
yeah.
I think.
usually in inters, if you're doing well, if you can get it over 70-ish degrees. I know I do struggle to get to that point. Okay.
They're definitely going to be cold going into this. I mean,
yeah.
even in the rain, it
want.
is so hard. It is so hard. No, it was actually up 6 places as well.
I expected Noel to be up there. He had an absolute cracking debut last week, and it seems like he's delivering once again. It's not one trick pony sort of thing, or beginner's luck. Tim's making a bit of a statement before entering into season 2.
What, Josh is going so wide. He's using the whole track here. This is some dodgy, dodgy stuff, man. I would not be doing this in the wet.
Yeah. Okay, there we
Safety
go.
car in this lap.
Got the notification, so Josh is going to be backing everyone up a touch. Take a look. So as we get round second to last, Josh really is giving himself a lot of breathing room with that safety car coming in.
Yeah, I think he's just going to keep slowing it down.
Yeah.
Oh, Lundy's gone up another position.
Okay, so
He's
that's
just glitching through people.
I'm gonna say I think he's gone up maybe 3 positions during the safety car.
He's gone up another position.
Yeah. Oh, Lundy's left the
He's
session.
left the session.
So he is definitely having some issues there.
Yeah. So Josh here, Noel's right behind him.
Okay,
He's
and
gonna go.
across
He
the
goes. He
start line.
goes. He goes. He goes. That's a massive gap. That's a quality gap he's got.
Yep, Noel got caught out a little bit there, perhaps. Or
Everyone's
just didn't
looking
have the
clean
trust
so
in his
far.
tyres.
Oh. Yeah, Michael's moved up on Lundy.
So on with Brynda, he's trying to make a move on Dave through the S's. Bit of a risky move at the best of times, but in the wet as well.
It is looking seriously wet out there. This is awful. Oh my god.
The rain has definitely got a lot worse here since the start of the safety car.
Lundy's about to rejoin, I believe. So this could be interesting to see if he just fucking bombs it into the wall. Oh, Simba's literally right inside him as well. Is Lundy coming back? It said he joined, but he's
Not taking over just yet. Okay. Oh, Brynda's still right behind Dave on the back straight. He's trying to get as close as possible, but not
Josh is
quite there.
starting to create a good gap already.
Yep. Interval's just completely disappeared. And Brynda
Lundy
going
as
around
well.
the outside there. Looking good, but is he going to try and go with the switchback? Oh, okay, got a bit of a wobble
Ooh,
there.
Rice is
Didn't
looking for a move on Tez there.
quite have the traction. How about now? He's still trying to get as close as possible. Bit of wobble again. And we have to mention, this is still going to be Brynda's second race on wets with no traction control, so he is really being
impressive
tested
stuff.
here.
If he, is he going to go for a move? He
Yeah,
does. Oh, he
he's
breaks really late.
Gone down
and
the
he's made
inside.
move. That was a
Very nice
quality
there.
move. I can't lie. He broke really late then and still made it.
Let's
Impressive.
get a replay of that.
Rain as well. Impressive.
Yep, brilliant move there from Brynda, Red Bull driver, and he's now got his sights on Pars. Got 2 houses in his way of possibly preventing Josh walking away with the title here tonight.
You don't usually say that, do you?
No. Now Jaeger making a move on the outside of Dave on the back straight. Dave just giving him plenty of room there, letting him through.
Nice. Ooh.
Very nice. And Alistair in the chat, Tez is going to be gaining points on me. Yep, unfortunately, nothing to do to prevent that. Tez moving up, currently sitting in 9th place. And
Not many points at the moment.
Yeah,
But he
Still be
could
looking to
change
get more.
with penalties. I mean, he hasn't picked up any yet.
yeah, both Carl and Hayes in front of him got some penalties. I believe Hayes has got 6 seconds, so he'll be dropping at this current rate. Oh, okay. So Dave actually going into the pit there. Interesting. I wonder if he picked up some
Do you reckon
damage.
he's going on wets, or he's maybe got some damage?
Not too sure. Let's actually go on board with Dave as he goes into the pits. I want to see what he's doing.
I
can't see any
He's going
issue,
on.
yeah.
He's going on.
He's going on
full
wets.
He's going
Okay.
on full wets. Wow.
I wonder if that's a
Is it
decision.
ready for that?
Yeah,
I mean, it is pretty wet, but
I
don't know if it's
would say
ready
I
for
don't think
full wet.
Jeff would say that. Perhaps he decided that himself and thinking it's time to maybe get that switch. Struggling with traction, and I'm looking at Jaegerbomb at the moment and he is struggling. Actually quickly see Rice right on the back of the gearbox of Tez as he tries to make a move through the S's, but let's see if he's got a shot here on the back straight. Nice entry there, keeps nice and close, and he'll be wanting to get as much of a toe down here.
I don't know if Dave should have gone on the wets, man.
Yep. What
don't
Topple in the chat actually saying taking a gamble getting Dave, so it's a risky move, but
He's looking
everyone's
slow at
enjoying
the
it.
moment. Ooh, Josh is sliding it, you know.
So maybe Dave has got the right decision. Ooh, okay. Okay. Rice going down on the inside. He's picked up a penalty, but he's overtaken Tez there. Let's take another replay of that.
Tez is going full wets. He's following in Dave's footsteps. I don't know if it is ready for full wet. Maybe Jeff's starting to tell them that.
Yep.
We're just trying to get an advantage.
Yeah, bit of intel. Apparently Jeff said that the rain will lighten up, according to Peg. So
How does he know that? Is he in
I'm
a
guessing
party?
he's in a party, yeah, but if anything it looks like it's
Looks like
getting
it's gonna get
extremely
worse.
heavy, yeah. Yep. Getting a bit torrential down
I
here.
think the wets could be. Whoa! Tez always bins it after the straight coming out of the pits. I honestly don't know if it's ready for wets yet.
So there's still a dry line on the track you can use and the enters as long as you stick to it. They seem to be working okay. So just when you branch off that tiny bit too much, that's when you're losing the grip.
Oh, Dave's binned it!
Dave's gone?
Binned it! Dave's
Oh,
binned
no.
it. Oh dear, man.
Dave,
No,
just off the
this
S's.
is it. He literally spun it. He just had no traction. It's honestly not ready for wets.
No. He's going to be upset about that. His home track. Obviously he has a second chance of redemption
that's
later,
gutting,
but
man. That's gutting.
not ideal.
Honestly, think Tez and Dave might have messed this up.
Jerry unhappy seeing Dave going into the wall. He's agreeing that's not ready for wet whatsoever. Oh no. What's Waffle now saying that apparently told Dave not to gamble it. Perhaps he should listen to their advice.
It's really raining heavy though.
Yep.
Especially when you're behind someone. The spray coming up is so bad.
So
But
I'm
it
not
is
too
definitely
sure
not bad for wets.
if it's just me, but it looks absolutely torrential on the S's. It seems to clear up a little bit more around the track, but
Yeah,
conditions are not looking good here.
So bad.
now I am staying on board with Brenda because he's trying to make
Yeah,
a
I
move.
was
He's
gonna say,
actually going on the outside of Pars, but
Oh, is he gonna do the
Yeah,
switcheroo
there you go.
down the inside? He's got the traction. Oh my god! Just coming off that dry line, he's got no traction. He's gonna have to come off it. Is he even
Yeah,
gonna get
man.
past him?
he's going down the inside. He's risking it. Has he got enough traction there just to put him through? Squeezing a little bit on the outside, but still plenty of room. Look at Jaeger.
I think
These
he's
two
got it.
fighting in front. And yeah, that
He's
is
got it.
Brenda just about taking the thing, but Pars is still going for it. Jaeger actually nearly went into the back of Pars there on the corner, but there you go. Brenda up to P3, and
Josh has got a
chasing
10-second gap here at the moment.
Noel.
So
Yep.
looking good for him. Noel is the thing that's separating Josh between a TTM championship again, his second one.
Yep.
After I believe he won. Did he win the
mini
tier
series. Yep.
1 mini series?
So the usual position for Josh at the moment. I know I kind of joked about it at the start during quali, but Carl Duncan, obviously a fan of this track, he's currently sitting in 7th. He's getting pretty close to Hayes, being a bit cautious through the S's just now, but he's sitting quite pretty. He's had a bad run of races past couple, but so far he's not doing too bad.
Yeah, he seems to be gaining a little bit on Hayes. Oh, oh! Almost
Oh,
spins it there.
Okay.
Rode the curve a bit.
Okay, so Brenda actually managing to overtake Noel then.
Wow,
Didn't
that
even
was
see
quick.
that gap close.
That
Yeah.
is that is gutting for Josh. Obviously, he needs Brenda to finish in 3rd place to win the championship.
Wow.
At the
Okay.
moment, it's looking like he's probably not, and it's going to go, I believe. Is there
To
a race
Mexico.
next week?
Yep, there's one more race before our Christmas break, so
Oh, Brenda almost binned it. Just drifting the car then.
both Noel did as well coming out that corner. Looking at the chat price, he reckons it is now time for wets, and looking at this from our front runners, perhaps
Tez is
it's,
gaining more time, isn't he?
backing it up, yeah.
Oh, Rice gets a move on Carl Duncan up the inside of the hairpin. Oh no, yeah, the hairpin again.
Okay, yeah. Power dropping at one position. Looking at quick tire positions, it seems like people are around 65% on the backs. So,
Oh, someone's just
Okay.
pitted.
yeah, Michael actually going into the pit.
Michael, he must be going on those wets,
Yeah,
or he might be going back on the intermediates.
quickly stay with Michael, see what he does switch over to. And, yep,
This
set of wets. Okay, so we've got Lundy coming in as well. I'm not too sure if that's him or his AI, but again, a change for wets. And yeah, Tez, obviously a bit of an early adopter. He's going to be wanting to perhaps use this extra pace.
He's
Seems
starting
be
to
quite
gain
comfortable.
time, is he?
Yep, he's gaining time on Mike. Okay, and Michael is now on wets, obviously. So both of those two are going to be chasing down Smithy.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to hear what Jeff's saying right now. There's still a dry line though. I mean, Brinda's getting a gap now on Noel, but Josh is still pulling away from Brinda. He's absolutely flying on those intermediates. What did you say the intermediates wear was on?
So it was about 65% on both back tyres. So still
What, on
got,
Josh?
sorry, 65% left. So about 30.
65% left.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's barely any then.
So should be able to easily rack off another 9 laps, I would say, and we'll be seeing these until the end of the race, I would imagine. But
Yeah, DZ's saying it would be a nice Christmas present for Josh to win it next week. Yeah, it would be nice going into the holiday break just to secure it, and I think he wants to get it done before Christmas, because otherwise it's just long, you know, to do your Christmas break and then come back and have to finish it off. Just want to complete it.
yeah.
He's running like
Might
a
just be
wild
speaking
man.
on myself, but I always prefer an early Christmas present than having to wait. So
Yeah.
anything like me, you'd be wanting to wrap it up tonight. Now, not much really going on. Obviously, having a bit of a switch over with tyres, a lot of drivers, so places are all over the place. However, we can see Curry getting chased down by Smithy at the moment, and both of them rocking the inters still, choosing to opt to not changing, and they are
Yeah.
struggling. Looking
I
them
can't
on the
lie, some
S's.
people have had some really good races here. I think Royce is having a blinder.
Yep.
Jägerbomb and Pars are obviously being really good, and Noel getting up into second, and then obviously losing it to Brinda, but that's not too bad. Oh, Jägerbomb, is he going to make a move for Pars?
I think he just doesn't have enough track, yeah. Not enough, unfortunately, but so far, my prediction is coming true. You've got Josh first, Brinda second, and Noel in third, so looking good.
It's getting seriously wet now, though, I can't lie. Being right behind someone is just spray.
Mix of the spray, the dirt, yeah, it's not nice. You see Jaeger at the moment just drifting around corners as he's behind Pars, and it's not going to be ideal for him.
No, it's going to be hard to try and close in that gap. It's got 100% ERS though.
Okay, so saving that up, and as you mentioned a couple of laps ago, Michael and Tez catching up. Tez still a few seconds behind, but Michael was right on the back of Smithy now with his wet tyres, so seeing that extra traction may be working for him. And Smithy's going into the pits. He's decided it's time to come in.
And Simba.
Okay, so
we're probably going to go on the wets then.
Yep, still got a few laps left to go, and drivers still reckon it's not worth risking it on the inters, just losing too much time perhaps. Getting very close there, Michael and Curry.
Oh, Simba's gone back out on the intermediates.
Ooh, okay, perhaps that's another
Smith
tyre
coming out
issue.
on. Smithy's in the works.
Game has been known to just mess up the tyre selection quite often.
This is gutting for
manually
Dave.
check it.
Hayes has been very quiet there in 6th position.
Yeah, he's having a good race. Trying to get some points for the McLaren team towards the bottom of the constructors, but at the moment Michael there with a beautiful overtake. He's just trying to stick it, and there we go. Managing to secure it on the straight. Let's take another look at that.
So if he can gate, it's whether they're going to have to pit for wets before the end of the race.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we've still got 6 laps left to go, so there's time, but it's getting less and less the more you hold off. At the moment, Tez currently in 11th. A lot of people watching him. He's moving up the pack, especially with these late pit stops, and there's still a chance for him to get some points.
Jerry said he's going to jump up high if they all have to pit for wets. Hopefully it doesn't get that bad. Oh, Josh just got really wide on the hairpin there. Maybe just struggling for traction there.
Now, interesting. Just have
Lundy's
a quick
having an absolute
scan.
nightmare with connection.
So currently the top 8 drivers are all on the inters. Now, obviously you've got Michael currently 8 seconds behind Carl Duncan. With still quite a few laps left to go, we'll be looking to see that time get dwindled down quite quickly. And I reckon it's going to be a case of how many places can he climb before the end.
Yeah. Josh has got a healthy lead that I reckon if he pitted, he'd probably be safe.
Yep, 16 seconds on Brinda, but at the same time, would you want to risk it? He's still gaining time by the looks of it on Brinda, so...
Yeah, only if Jeff told me. Again, the rain does look like it's starting to wear off a bit now. I can't lie. But maybe that's because I'm on Josh. If I go down to someone who's behind someone. So Jägerbomb and Pars, yeah, it's looking bad there.
Very good point that Jerry just put in the chat, saying that Ted hasn't got any penalties, so he's going to be jumping up a little bit if he just gets that gap closed. Only 1.1 seconds behind Curry, who's obviously on the inters.
He's closed that gap well quick, actually. I can't lie,
Yep.
Tez.
It's come down very quick, and is he going to be able to make it before the end of the straight? He entering it now, getting nice and close, set himself up for a good toe, and ERS is enabled. Trying to get that extra horsepower down, just not enough. But around the outside, perhaps. Oh, has he got enough traction there to hold off? Nope, not quite. Bit too wide, unfortunately.
That would have been a bit tough.
How about through the S's? Curry, I would imagine, having to slow down quite a lot to make sure he sticks on that racing line.
Yeah, Tez was looking smooth through there. Got way more traction, I think.
Quite surprised, even with this rain, that the dry line is still quite prominent. You can see it fairly clearly.
Yeah. Yeah, Lundy's having an absolute nightmare. Just cannot seem to stay in the race.
Okay, Tez right on the back of Curry. Perhaps he
Surely he's got to go
too
for
early.
it. Yeah. All sector 2. Who's that? Is that Smithy? Smithy's binned it.
Smithy, oh no. Renault driver's just coming off there. Would have been just for the end of the S's, unfortunately, so Renault driver not having a good day, and he's spun again. His tyres
I honestly
overheating.
Yeah, I don't know if it's ready for wets.
I think the wets are
intermediates
fine,
is
it's
still-
just his tyres overheating. He's trying to cool it down in that wet line.
Yeah, if Ted drives at this pace, I mean, he could get P5 to P7 if he doesn't pick up any penalties. That is possible, but see, he's going to need to close in the time pretty quick.
So Tez still desperately trying to get past Curry, as he's
Curry is
said,
the ultimate defender, though.
while he's setting a good pace. If he's getting held up by Curry, like you said, the ultimate defender. I reckon that's now a new nickname for him. He's just not going to be able to use any of that pace, and the wet tyres essentially not going to help him out.
No, he needs to get past him to try and get to the points, because otherwise he's just going to be stuck outside.
Yeah, Michael's got a 9-second gap on Curry, and he's on the wets as well, so won't be gaining too much time on
Sector
him.
3, I think. Smithy's binned it
Uh,
again.
Yeah. He needs to just calm down a little bit with the race in the moment, let his tyres cool down. Okay, so Tez trying to get close just before the straight again. Hasn't had to back off just as much this time, so perhaps ERS
Just can't get
open.
the traction.
Is he going to be able to get enough of a toe here to
Just
get
cannot
past him?
catch him. Can't get close enough, I don't think.
No, unfortunately not. Still unable
Simba's
to do
on the
so.
intermediates is right behind him as well.
Quick
I feel
look.
like intermediates and wets might be at like the same speed or something.
Hmm.
Honestly, it doesn't look like it's raining heavy on the people that aren't, like, don't have people in front of them.
Just looking at Rice here, and he's trying to get past Hayes. He's getting close, but that gap opens up all the time.
Let's have a look on penalties. So, top 4 will have 3 seconds.
Yep. Not too
So
bad.
we could see Jägerbomb jump up to 4th. Oh, who's that? Is that Smithy? Smithy's been there again. Hayes has 6, Wright has 3, Carl 5, Michael 3, and then everything outside of that is outside the top 10.
Oh, Tez. He keeps getting so close to Curry and then having to back off and lose everything he's worked on. Just trying to
Surely
go
you
on
can
the
get him on
outside.
straight.
He keeps getting close on the S's and the hard parts of the track. He needs to keep that gap close on the straights and
I
then
don't
be
know
able
if
to secure it.
just
But
doesn't have the traction down the straights. You get round him here. Let's have a nice line. Come on, this is it. This is it. Oh, he almost bins it. Just loses time. He just can't get the traction on the acceleration.
Yeah. And that gap opens back up again once more for Curry. So the dry line is still there, and the
At the
Inters
moment,
seem
it's
to be
looking
paying
like
off for him.
it's looking like Rice could jump above Hayes.
Yeah, they've been getting nice and close between the last lap, and while Rice did lose that gap on this final corner, it seems to be a lot closer to maybe make a move on this straight. Both drivers on the Inters, so we're not maybe going to see the same issue that Tez is having at the moment. However, once again, that gap stays, and unfortunately not able to make a move this time round for Rice.
I mean, there's really only 2 places for overtakes that, you know, you're going to gain in the wets, and that's the massive straight and the home straight. And the home straight is basically impossible to overtake.
Yep.
You know, you have to basically be right behind them, and same with the other straight. It's just so hard in the wet to overtake. Especially with
Rice
how
is
good
doing
these guys
a good
defend.
job through these S's on the Inters. Seems to look very smooth still. And, oh, okay. Tez just managed to get past Simba there. I'm not too sure what happened. It seemed like Simba took the position and then gave it straight back. I'm not too sure what happened there, but they're both
Smithy's
dropping
binned it
back
again.
from Curry. Interesting. Simba going to be trying to make a move. He's actually on the Inters as well. And did you say it's fresh tyres for him?
I believe
Yeah,
so,
4 lap
yeah.
hold Inters. Okay. So
I
perhaps
don't know where he was sitting before that. That could have cost him some points if he was in the top 10.
Yeah. Still might have the pace to enter that top 10 though. But
Yeah, Joey
actually-
pointing out, Tez just cannot get past Curry, man. He is so good at defending. It is just outrageous. This
Okay,
is
so
going to Tez. He's so close to points.
Simba actually on 12 seconds of penalties, so try and move his way back up, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Obviously, Tez and Curry both
Yeah.
lean driving at the moment,
Yeah, he's not getting anywhere near.
but he is trying to make a move on the outside of Tez now, and just got enough to do it. There you go, beautiful move. Let's take another look at that.
Oh, this is... That was a filthy move, DZ pointing out.
Yeah, and to be honest, coming back off that
He's right
replay, it
behind
looks like
Curry.
he's trying to do it again on Curry. He's going through the S's now, closing that gap on him. Tez unfortunately losing now quite big.
Like we said though, it's probably not going to make a difference with that 12-second penalty. Especially with 2 laps remaining.
Yep, but at the moment, Simba making himself shine with some of these overtakes. He's trying to set another one on Curry.
Josh goes into his last lap. Looks like he's going to be going down to Mexico.
Yep. Not quite got that gap for the championship, but
Oh,
Not too
Rice on
bad.
Hayes. Rice has made the move on Hayes. He's finally got it done on that hairpin again. Wow.
well
He's
done.
up 10 places. At the moment, he's my driver of the day. He's made 3 moves on that hairpin. That hairpin is so hard.
Yep, to be honest,
That's impressive.
before our race, I wouldn't think anyone would try to make a move on that hairpin, but it seems to
I
be a
wouldn't even
popular
dare
spot.
think of
Yeah,
doing it.
seems to be a popular spot, and it's worked out well for Rice. Oh, just jumping back on board with Simba, and he's managed to get past Curry there. Just entering that sector 3.
Yeah,
And
Tez starting to drop back now. The wets are clearly lost it.
yeah, Jerry Wright saying that it's now time for Inters again, but obviously so late on in the race, no one's going to be wanting to give up those positions. Now, Daquan moving up to 4th as well. He's done quite well to get himself back up there. not really been watching too much of him, but he's put himself in a nice position. He's actually catching Noel still, and Noel has got
Ooh,
penalties.
Josh is coming into the last sector. Last corner.
Okay, there we go.
And TTM Josh wins it in USA Austin. I think he's going to have to wait till Mexico to get his championship as Brinda comes in with the second place, I believe.
Yeah,
he's
I'm just
coming around
watching
the corner now.
this last battle for third. Obviously, Jaeger is going to jump in penalties, but is he going to be able to actually secure the position? Bit of a lock up there.
I think he's got it.
Yeah.
Jaeger bomb the
Not able to
wet
do it
driving
over the
king.
line, but jumps
And he
in
goes
at the end.
up to third. Wow.
No,
Pars
unfortunately, drops
finishes
to
fifth.
fourth. Bryce over the line there.
Finishes sixth.
Hayes,
Hayes,
I imagine he's
seven.
going to drop down perhaps a little bit. I know Carl secures 8 still. Now Simba, where is he going to end up? Obviously quite a lot of penalties, so he's going to drop out of the top 10 I imagine, but is that going to allow Curry to maybe get that last position? Ooh, Smithy crashing on the final corner there. Okay.
What an
Very
awful
nice
race
there.
he's had.
Curry up to 9th actually. It doesn't just secure the 1 point. Michael there finishing off our points in 10th. Tez unfortunately finishing 11th.
So
And,
going.
Simba 12th. Dave 13th. Not the race he would have wanted going into this.
Oh,
Smithy's
Lundy's
finished.
finished it. Oh no, it isn't.
But Jubilee crossed the line, and
This is good
Lundy
for
the
Josh,
same.
and this is good for the Ferrari constructors. Picking up points as Lundy only got wasn't in the points, so bad for Red Bull there. Yeah. I mean it gives Rice driver of the day. He's my driver of the day as well, I think.
Did have a cracking race, and yeah, not too bad there. Rick's very happy with the race. Alright, so there's our podium. Okay. You want to start getting in the top 3, and do you also want to get Rice your driver of the day? And we will get into you in them shortly.
Yeah.
Also just missed it. Thank you very much for the follow, Bubba. Welcome to the TTM community. Hope you enjoyed the race. Okay, so let's have a quick final look through the table. So once again, Josh first, second is Brinda, third Jägerbomb, fourth Noel. Impressive race for a second one. Fifth is Pars, sixth Bryce, seventh is Hayes, eighth Carl Duncan, ninth Curry, 10th Michael, Tez in 11th, Simba 12th, Dave 13th, Tubilly 14th, Lundy 15th, Smithy 16th, Hopi 17th, unfortunately DNF, and Alistair also the same in 18th. So yeah, impressive race. Now, let's wait for the rest of the guys
I've
to
invited
join
them
in.
all. So we're just waiting on a few people, I think.
Get to look at the beautiful face of Dave and friends. I know a few of his friends are in the chat. And
That was a good race. A lot of movement, changing in positions. Qualifying was interesting.
Yep.
Just can't wait to get everyone in.
do you get Rice an invite, or
I did send him one. I've come out the lobby now though, so
no problem? Do you want to start off the interview then, and wait for Rice at the end? He does join.
yeah. So Josh, congratulations on the win, Austin, USA. I mean, just an absolutely brilliant race. We call you King of the Rain. I mean, you're absolutely miles ahead of everyone and you were good on all these strategies. A lot of people switching to the wets at the end. Did you think it was ready for wets, or you were just going strong on the intermediates?
Yeah, I was just going strong on the intermediates. My pace wasn't that bad. I was still like pulling away from. I can't remember who was in P2 at the time. I think it was one of the hazards. I was still pulling away, and I saw no one else was pitting, so I was like, I don't want to pit because Jeff all the time was telling me that it was drying up. It was drying up. I was like, Jeff, it's definitely not drying up, but I don't think it's time for wets.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
just
it was it looked like there was a dry line, but I'm not surprised. But yeah, you just absolutely stole the show, miles ahead of everyone, and just yeah, absolutely brilliant driving the rain. Congratulations on the win.
thank you.
Also interested, Josh. With the safety car, obviously, usually we see that kind of ruin your gap and put a hamper to your race. Did you find it kind of helped you out a little bit more? Managed to switch over to the tyres and end up getting quite a nice gap of Noel, who's currently in second at the time, off that restart. Did it help you out?
I think so. I think it being wet was the biggest help. Because obviously I can get quite good traction on a pad coming out of the final corner to just start that gap with everyone, and then yeah, I feel like I normally say that I feel like pads OP in the wet anyway, but I feel like around here it was even more OP through the S's and stuff. Like I noticed the triple or quadruple right-hander at the end of the lap. That's where I was gaining like 3/10 every lap, but
Okay.
I don't know why pads so OP in the rain, especially around here.
Well, definitely obviously paid off for yourself, and unfortunately, we've actually got Brenda in second, so you're gonna have to wait till Mexico to perhaps steal that championship, and yeah, go and have a nice Christmas present. But as we say, obviously Brenda finishing second, another strong race from you as always, but not quite enough to get that first position. Bit of a gap. How did you find the race?
Disappointing. Not gonna lie. I don't know. Quali was strong, and then I got just absolutely messed up by the game. So no words really. I'm not. I don't want to say upset, but I'm just really disappointed with how everything went. Obviously, the rain is Josh's territory, and I cannot even get close to him. I was quite close in Japan, but today just nowhere near. So I mean, yeah, happy with P2 and that I managed to make sure he didn't win the championship today. But it's just I feel like that was a race I should have really won. But yeah, just disappointing.
Definitely hear that disappointment, but as you say, you managed to hold off that position with Josh. Obviously taking the championship early, but have a chance to still redeem yourself in Mexico before the winter break, so I'm sure you'll bounce back. And yeah, third place, Jagebomb. Congratulations. You obviously managed to jump Noel at the very end there, thanks to some clean driving. How did you find the race? Obviously managing to stick out on the inters as well on the second half of the race. What did you think of it?
Yeah, my goal from the start was to try and get no penalties, and then I said to myself, I think I could get my first podium that way, and that worked out. And also, like Josh, I would say, I'm also a pad player, and I would say, definitely feels good in the rain, so there's maybe something there.
Yeah, you definitely
Uh,
strong on pace in the rain, I'd say.
Yeah, but it felt alright on the inters. And as Josh said, Jeff was like spamming, coming wets. Nah,
Thought better of it, and it's obviously paid off for yourself.
yeah.
Managing to secure a podium and some very nice points. But yeah, congratulations for seeing off the podium, and obviously congratulations to Josh and Brenda coming second. But Bryce just joined into the party. Lewis's driver of the day, so I'll let you front this one.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You were my driver of the day. I mean, 3 overtakes on that hairpin in the third sector. I mean, it's a crazy place to even think about a move, but to, successfully do it 3 times, and obviously move up 10 places. So you started in 16th, getting all the way up to 6th. I mean, it was just a really strong drive from you, I thought, in the race. You're really strong on pace in the wets. How did you find the race?
Yeah, it was very interesting. I always like wet conditions anyway. But yeah, I did not expect anything like that. And to be fair, it was a risky time to make a move during that stage of the race, especially on Tez. I was really worried about that. But I sent it, tried it, and it worked on Tez, so I thought, why not try it again? Then it worked on, I forgot who else it was, but it worked on
Hayes, I
someone
think.
else. Yeah, and it also worked on Hayes, and I was like, oh, you know what, I'll take it. So, yeah, very intense battle though.
Yeah, well, it paid off. Obviously got you three places, and just an overall strong drive. Didn't go into the wets. Stayed on the inters, and it paid off. So congratulations. Yeah, you're my driver of the day. I'll be voting for you. Make sure everyone else gets their votes in.
Oh, thank you.
No worries.
And that is a reminder as well. Obviously, everyone's still in chat. Make sure you do vote for your driver of the day as well. And yeah, all in all, I think that was a very good race to watch. I had fun commentating. I'm sure you did as well, Lewis. And
Yeah.
hoping for the same as usual in Mexico. So I think that is going to be where we're leaving it off here for tonight. But if you have enjoyed it, we have got some more racing coming up tomorrow. We've got an esports race against SSR at 8 PM. So make sure you tune in for that. And yeah, hopefully we get through to the quarterfinals. It's going to be very strong competition. But I'm sure we'll pull through. But yeah, for now, I think that's everything. Any last words, Lewis?
Yeah, good luck to the guys in the esport race, and next to Mexico, where Josh could potentially win his second TTM championship. So all to look forward to.
Yep, say all to look forward to, and I sure as well can't wait. So until next time, see you guys, and thank you very much for tuning in.